Hello, good morning. Good morning, welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. It is night 19 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. Today is Thursday, February 5th. Wow, we got this market. Now we have this market that has come to the situation in which has reached the 4-week range low, which for me is a go no go level, meaning that there can be significant downside if this level is taken um, and if tested and it fails, right? It may have some downside. Considering as well that we are in the lower part, I don't know if you can see, but this is where this area here, around this area, let's see, okay. This is your market profiles, right? Come on. This area here, I don't, oh, come on, man. For some reason, I cannot, but whatever. This area, let's call this to the range. But it is, if you look back in time, that's another 2-day range area from when this market started, when the current contract started to trade. And for would be the first time that this market is attempting to trade in to the lower side. I guess this is better, right? This is the 12. Okay, this is the 12. As you can see, multiple times this market has tried to get back inside. This is the opening of this little one here is the opening of the current contract. Multiple times I try to trade below, but has been accumulating the upper side, right? You have some liquidation here, now accumulated again. We have this, what I'm doing here is following these um, 2 days, right? Back to back days here, back to back days here, and this is an inside day here. I'm talking about the bodies, right? But never traded below or close to this low here, right? And this here would be a little bit higher from where price, this yellow line, the current price is, right? This one here is kind of like a pivotal area for me. Below this, we have this low around 69.40 or 68.40, right? That could be an area that the market might try to make a stand here. If but I don't see. I have kind of like a negative bias here because this body here is inside the tails here, and usually this leads to some downside continuation from this point, right, from this area here, which is playing now, right? Um, a lot of the advance or decline that happened, or the gains that the market has had, has been happening, or has happened during the overnights. That's something remarkable. You know, I'm always having that in mind as well. I'm going to call that level 68.37 in the lower side. Okay, and that will be the next reference here. 68.37 is kind of like around the center of these 3 days lows that we have from back from January, and the ultimate destination maybe 6,800. Now, an important reference in the upper side is this little one here. The little distributions that we have during the overnight session. All right. Now, something that I am, I think that has to do with this break. I believe it's Bitcoin as well because it has a significant, really big downside um, that the market has had. It can come rolling towards the 78 something, right? But notice, just check it out. How much has this market has come down? Um, there's a lot of capital in this market, right? And probably also a lot of margin calls that are happening now, right, as we speak, and that usually leads to liquidation of other assets to cover uh, the margin as well. That might be having an impact in the in the market. Gold, where are you? Gold is taking yesterday's low out, feeling the gap here in the lower side, feeling this gap here. Right? This might be a significant trap here. Right? We had if this one doesn't hold, it is if we don't have markdown and continuation, this market may come back up here as well. There's a lot of shorts here. And even more today here. What about the euro? You have a range here. You have FMC going on in Europe here, 4-day range. There can be a big breakout from this range. Maybe not today. Gold, this is daily. Yes, this is the level that I will be extending horizontal line. This is the level I'll be watching in the ES here, the 30. I have in my chart 37. This one here. Let's call it this one. Okay, 37, 39, something like that. Is selling. It has taken the 100, which if it opens right here, it will be taking care of yesterday's very questionable low here, right? And probably attempting, if I going to grab another line here, I have this one on the lower side. Let's call it this area here, right? Maybe 6,800. But if it comes down here, probably it's going to come down here towards this one here, and like a 20 points below that round number. All right, I have a couple minutes here before the opening. I think we may have some opportunities today. Nasdaq is very weak as well. Let's see if this level, this distribution from the overnight is going to hold. I think this can be key for today. Couple minutes, couple seconds from the opening. All right, market is open. 69.18 is my pivot in the upper side. No wonder the market. We have a gap. All right. We have a gap. Selling right on the opening. Back to back to back, basically. Days, the same behavior. Now, very tiny, insignificant gap, right? Quote unquote, insignificant gap. This low has been, I'm going to remove this one. Yeah, inventory is getting short now. Okay. There's a weak level up here, this area here. I'm going to NASDAQ, this area here is very, come on, man. Lips here, this one here. I think that's going to be relevant. All right. All right. Let's see. We're to the downside, right? Right to the downside. We got higher bib, BIX is above 20. Good volume for an opening. We have come to this. There's a okay. I'm going to be eating. I got breakfast here as well. Let's see what's the first 5 minutes have to offer. Gap is being tested. Interesting. Low for the ES right here. the previous support here. And it has come down to the bottom of those two big bars, remember? $69.30, $69.30, February, tomorrow, $69.30. Oh, 15 points, gosh, that's a lot. What about today, 69.30? Uh-oh, doesn't load here. Nasdaq has closed its gap. This level here is going to be key, I believe. This one here. Came back right to the 30 here. I think yes has also closed its gap. Coming back to opening in Nasdaq. Now is this a sell the gap situation? Sell the rally? Don't know. This might be a trap. I'm looking to the 69.30 here in the upper side for the ES. But it feels, first things feels, right? Feels the market has to believe has to deal with this low here, which is also a pivot line, right? So this has to be defended. It's very important reference, right? It can make the market can make back and forth, and finally break below or rally above this one. Now it's like how close this. How close this. Let's see how far this can go. Let's see how far it can go. Let's see if it can make it to saddle. This level needs to be defended. It's a big, nice upside this market has had so far. The nice fee, three, five, first 15 minutes. ES is, I think the ES is key here. Nasdaq is pretty close to take saddle here. Yes, it's about to close. Yeah, about to take this one. Saddle is very close for Nasdaq. This can be a selling event here. PLC also is pretty close. If saddle falls, we can be heading to the 25. Actually, 25 is a level here for Nasdaq. It has been a lot. There has been a lot of trade here for this kind of like around what is it, 25 here. Saddle basically is saddle here for Nasdaq. There's a volume here. Nice volume here. Nice volume here. Nice volume in both in all the markets here. There was a nice attempt to buy here. Okay. Coming back to the opening, 5 minutes. This is the high of the 5 minute. This is the low of the 5 minute bar. First time reference is a buy. Back to the opening. Now maybe trying to buy here now. It's chewing its back into the 5 minutes. Let's see where it goes with a jolt here. We are back where it opened, when the market opened. Let's see how this retest goes. Jolt's coming. 69.30. Not much. Pretty close to test the low. With the opening range, you have 3 bars up, 3 bars down. Below, we're below the 4 week range low, which is the go no go level. And the key was the ES not closing that overnight distribution. So that's a key factor here. And I'm going to let this go here. It's not relevant anymore. Okay. We may wanna come back and test this again. But gap has been closed. Both markets have closed the gap, and now they have free room to go. I'm going to close this one as well. We know this is a go no go. This was key here, this level here. Africans. It's a test of the lows here. $67, 67.80. Those options are very expensive, man. Nasdaq is taking its time to take that 5 minute bar low. It's kind of like a struggling this, but that has been the tone on these markets. That hasn't been like a killing to the downside or ripping to the upside. I haven't seen that happening. Man, this was a good trade location up here. The ES did not confirm Nasdaq. Yes, so it did not. They're trying to take this lowest history. They're trying to get to this lower areas here. Inventory is getting short as the days come to pass. Now selling from the lows in the ES, right from there, man. Down from the low order, 5 minute bar. You got another selling sign on ES. It's about to reach this 16, getting to this low here, right? Or this 14, something like that. Right? I mean, and after that, what this market has is this low here. And I want to copy this reference. I don't know if you can see this, but in the lower side we have this one here. This would be, and before that, this is areas for the way how this has been trading. This when it finally has traded below these tails, right? Let's check the oscillator. We are a little bit extended to the downside. We might trade sideways here, a little bit sideways, just in the way how we did here, where it was, I guess yesterday. We see something like that as well. I don't remember. There was something like that yesterday too, but that time to the upside, right? Let's see some upside range extension here is what we are having here to the downside. Really, really. Nice volume here. You don't want to be buying this market. Okay, we got this out the way. This one also out of the way. Now the lower side, which what was that level? The next one is 67.72. That's 100 points lower from where we are now, basically. Yeah. And he has been really nice chop here. I mean, yeah, chop is not killing it. Nobody wants to kill a market. When you kill a market, that's not good. Nice selling here. These references here, this one here, and I believe there's a couple more on the upper side too. We got this all-time high here. We had a big area here. This one here is 5 white. That's information to carry over. Huh? It's not going to be for today, but for whenever the market is back over there, that's when that information is retrieved. Right now, they are testing this low again. Keeping the market below this low just keeps keeps the market to the downside here. All right. I am checking the 5 minutes, the candle channel. It's a little bit overextended. You can see here it's a little bit overextended. It may want to try sideways here. All right. As I say, this may come here, this may come here as well until this one comes down here, and then try sideways, right? Until it reaches this moving average, which is not that far actually, right? And maybe attempting to take some, and this is going to be a sell as well. So everything is pointing to the downside here. Everything is pointing to the downside. Doesn't mean it has to keep going longer, but everything is pointing to the downside. There has not been any kind of like a buying signal here. Again, this is another time the ES is not confirming NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ has taken this 5-minute low, but the ES has not. Just look for confirmation here. This may want to keep going lower here. Now there's no confirmation with the ES here. The thing from this market is from the ES is kind of like a mechanical selling going on here now. Yeah, but I mean that's not out of, that's not different from another days, right? You just look at this half back here, selling from that, and we want to test here, remove some of the shorts here and keep its way lower. This is no good low. I'm checking the file. We're checking the face period. Face 30 minutes low now. I'm using that as a reference. Now I want to check this 30 minutes count. Right below this, I have nothing to the downside. Yeah, this pocket has been taken. The single print has been filled in the past. Right? Single print fill. This is another pocket that has been taken. It just has to create new ones here. Right? This is to the upper side, for example. We have a bunch here, one, two. So one big one pocket here, another one here, and another one here, and another one here. But that's maybe it's not for today. Right? Tomorrow, there might be something. I think there might be something tomorrow. Actually, that's what I'm thinking here. Right? Because inventory is really short now. Remember, I think the key here is going to be the ES, right? Confirming what Nasdaq is trying to do. As long the ES does not confirm Nasdaq, I think we still have more downside here. It's clear what the Nasdaq is doing, right? Selling that 5-minute low there. This inventory is getting short here. A rebalancing inventory here. We have three. Look at this. This is the triangle, right? The triangle. Again, testing this one. Nasdaq has taken this, but the ES is still below. Well, ES is not. This is just telling you do your stuff. I don't care. Pretty steep line here to the downside. And no signs though this line to flattening. This market, I think this. Oh, look at Bitcoin, man. Yeah. As I say, I think this market is having an impact now. They are liquidating assets in profitable assets in other markets just to cover their positions here. I believe, right? There has been a big impact. Look at this, 67. I guess the average price for MSTR is kind of like 77 now. That's a lot underwater, and if it keeps going lower, I think I think this action has to do with this thing. They're trying to, break that break that company. Well, if they are forced to sell, right? If they are forced to sell, man, this market can spiral down really, really, really far here. This is another time that the Nasdaq is checking its 5-minute low here. ES doesn't want to know anything about that. And as a matter of fact, he has printed an inside bar here. This is a nice triangle bar here. There can be a big downside here following. It depends what comes next, I believe. Right? This market is trying to buy here. But again, ES is the leading one here. ES is holding the bottom here. Looks like a bear flag, right? No, Nasdaq has a buy and ES has a sell, right? ES is dominating here, you know what, little one? You know what, little brother? You just hold. Hold your horses there. You have to close the second period right at the bottom of the bar, right? That's not good for any kind of buy in there. We have a 3-bar range in the Nasdaq. Right there. It hasn't looked above. It's another attempt by Nasdaq, I want to go higher, I want to go higher. Hold on. Take it easy, boy, take it easy, boy. That's what the ES is saying. All right, I'm going to make some coffee here. Keep watching this market. It has been moving here. I'm sorry, I didn't have a microphone there. Right. I would like to have this one move towards this and then sailing here. Huh? It rather push this fight to the lower side of the channel, kind of like oversold here. But it doesn't mean that it's going to go the other direction, right? It's just a kind of like a, let's be very careful here. This there might be inventory might be too short here, and there is some attempt to rebalance, at least to close this distribution here, or maybe even attempting to take this to get back to this high, which wouldn't be good because that one is inside this previous day range, right? Um, Nasdaq is holding a little bit better than the ES, but the ES is leading here, is holding the bottom, and you're saying, you know what, take it easy, Nasdaq, just follow the lead, right? Be quiet and just do as I say. It seems like to be what the ES but the market is trying is but the market generally the information is saying here now. um this can be a good sell for crude oil as well here. All right, just give me a second. I want to do something here. Give me a second, please. All right, all right. $600 is very key level here for Nasdaq. Yeah, it's attempting to close this distribution here, right? It may trigger some selling here, some short covering. This is the fourth time Nasdaq is doing this kind of. Well, let's see what this market is trying to do. Now, as long as the ES doesn't take this low here, this 5-minute low, I think this is still a downside market here. Okay, but this is this market might be like it's might be too short now. You got a PAB. Let's see this low holds here. This is the stop of 640. 640 is the stop. I am stop out here. This is the half of that. Half of that. Let's see if it takes this high out. Again, ES has to give anything to that. I mean, if ES, now this is the thing for the ES, right? It came right to the overnight distribution. One tick from closing to this distribution. Right? It didn't do it. Now, if this happen again, it's going to be weaker because this is held back this or the previous period, which is not a good sign, man. Not a good sign. Uh, but still, it has to happen, right? Now, this is a good, I mean, good bounce that has had. Any profits? locked here, right? So now it will the next thing to happen here is this market will need to have another buying here. Well, I mean, next period, right? It's still this market is not still out of the water here. All right, let's see what this period does in ES, right? Because this can be another selling. This can be another selling event here as well from this. Oh, okay, what is this? Is 32 something like that? Yeah. This is the 5-minute low also. Mm. Now this low has to hold now. The previous period low has to hold. That can be trading to the upside. That can be a good area to monitor, right? Kind of like a trade location, but this low has to hold here, the one that we are approaching. And has been taken, right? So this is a solitary, non-confirmed buying here. So now it seems like you're going to try to test these lows again. Now, look at that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bar range in NASDAQ. Has looked above, right? Has looked above, and now they are selling. You just check my 5-minute. I have my 5-minute candle channels here. Now this is something like better, right? It kind of like get too extended. Now it gets closer to the center. This is a 20. I think it's a 20. And then it's sailing from this, right? It might keep the range here it may keep trading sideways here, maybe a little bit above the 5 here, touching this, maybe trading above and selling from that as again. Looks like we have a veer flag here. Very questionable law. This can make break it, break it or make it. Again, ES is not confirming what the Nasdaq is trying to do. Right, the Nasdaq trying to take back the range, but it's just not having the backup of the big brother here. There's nothing below to compare this. Very, very. That look at that bottom that we have now. Right? The bottom is holding. It's taking a lot of time to take. The line is kind of like a flattening there. It might turn actually. You see, the second time is holding. Nasdaq is holding. Just a couple ticks be above a previous period low. Right? It's a trending market, trending to the downside. Don't go against the trend. So attempting to sell, to take the low there. Let's see if there's some little bit of short covering here. Look at where this market has come back. Exactly held back both Nasdaq and ES. The wider the range that is forming down there, the bigger the range, the bigger the advance, the bigger breakout we're going to have here. Either to the upside or to the downside. So just accumulation here. Bitcoin's been crushed, man. Man, this is. And you hear me talking about Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't think this Bitcoin is something really serious, right? It's just pure speculation. Uh, and you have been in this market for a while. You have made the money, right? Now, there is something in Bitcoin. You always hear the people saying, "Oh, hold, diamond hands or whatever." Right? They may be trying to do that. Holding because it's going to come back, of course. Once either, and now everybody's holding with hopes. When I say everybody, I say retail, huh? With hopes that it's going to come back, right? And this time it's going to go to 250,000, right? It's going to double the size, double the value. Right? We're going to make tons of money, but we need to hold. Now, how far? The thing is, once the losses are covered, um, I think that um, that can be um, when margins are reached or meet. I think there can be some bounce here, not not here in this market, but in these markets here. Uh, we have very questionable low in the ES. You know, it's the indication that it can keep going lower. It is just taking too much time, man. Too much time to take. Oh, I forgot my coffee. Now the thing here is when it is taking too much effort. This can be a good low now. Well, really, this can be a good low. It just has taken too much time. I think there are odds that this market can have some bounce here. Then good also this market have some bounce. Let's see. You have just enough excess down there. Two ticks basically for both markets. Pix is going a little bit lower now. Has a long run to go. This will be the fourth time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 time that the 5 minute low is being tested. I think that that has had enough, right? That may fall. Talking about Nasdaq, maybe the ES may follow now. I just look at that, man. It just can be. There can be something here actually. Look at it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Isn't it? That wasn't a good. That was a good one, right? Coming back to this, taking this low here, taking this low here, actually can't take this high. I mean, taking this level here, I can take this high out. Let's see. We still have 15 more minutes in this period. I think there are good odds here for the ES to close in that distribution. Mix is filling out of the bed now. And we have, we have right to the center of the kernel channel here. Huh? Is this going to the other side, to the opposite side? Who knows? Nobody knows that. But what happened here was it just took too much time to take these lows, man. Too much time to this. I'm not saying that the market is going to change the tune, right? There's maybe some bounce here towards half back here. The danger of half back here is it is, the overnight low, okay? And we had similar action a couple days ago when we sold from, I guess was from some sort of overnight, exactly overnight halfback here, this day here. That is overnight POC right from that, right? Failed to take the high of overnight POC, and now is a little bit. You may need some relief here. If this market wants to go keep going lower, it may need some relief here. But the danger is here. The danger is that this market is too short. And tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls. Okay, who wants to face that number short, right? Now, something very interesting here that has been happening here, right? Every time, right? Every time the market got too short, there was a relief, right? But it's not a short squeeze, just some short covering, but not squeeze, right? It happened here. It happened here as well. Right? Can you see? It happened here. It happened here. It happened here. Um, you know, traders get used to uh, um, some action very quick, man. It's very quick. So be careful here. So there can be some pushback here. Now the ES has closed this one, right? This is a very careful here situation here. Now this is the first time, right? This is the first time that the ES has is confirming what Nasdaq is doing. Right? You have an excess. Now previous period high has been taken, so one time frame lower as handed, and it's kind of like early in the session. So some rotation is possible here. Now we have this. This has been a constant in these past days as well. We have this buy here, right? But it did not have confirmation. Now we have another buy here. That's right at the low of the 20, 30 lows here. But it's going to have confirmation. Every time has failed. So until now, let's see what happens now. Now, a complete change of tune here would be right now. First, if there is some upside extension here, taking, I don't know, how this hardback is down here now. Right? Taking the opening, it would be. I think that would be significant, right? But if it comes up here, because there has been a lot of trade back and forth from the opening today, right? And if this comes back inside this range, right? It can keep going higher. This high is very mechanical high, right? This is when ES failed to confirm Nasdaq. Right? And above we have 100, we have the 6900, and above all these kind of like a very wide flat top here, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highs plus the overnight also kind of like a really there's a bunch of highs here around this 69 18, which is my pivot for which was my pivot for today, right? Didn't get even close to that. Not then let's not just go ahead of ourselves here. One step at a time. Now Nasdaq is working its way into the first 5 minutes, right? Range. Now it has to work this out, right? Never take the low. It took the low here. This low for a little bit, right? This one. It is curious how this what it is. No, actually, it wasn't. This was in this period, in the current period. But let's see. This market can come down all the way down to here again and still be a positive. I think it seems like it would need confirmation here. Again, ES is the one that is kind of like a directing, right? Working like an orchestra. I don't. The thing. What I the caution sign here. Where's my extended rectangle? Is this area here? Right? There was a significant area here, and now we have the same thing. Now we have the same thing here in the lower, about the same size even. All right, this area here. All right. Accumulation, what I'm talking here is accumulation of volume here. Accumulation of volume. Yeah, this is trying to go higher. These guys are trying to go lower. Now I'm being forced to cover, right? In just above the current level, right? Current price. There's nothing here. Look at this thing. There's nothing here. So the market shouldn't have any problems going through this, right? And and this is a big if, right? This is a big if here. If it goes back inside this range, it can go, it can go, it can go. I mean, that can be very dangerous, right? For the shorts, it can pick up pace to the upside, because after all, this market has been really, inventory is very short right now. It doesn't have to happen. Remember the big number. We have a big number coming tomorrow, all right? Now, I say again, I'm going to say the same thing as I did before. I haven't seen a vicious short cover rally here, in a while. This is the low, today's low. This is history now. What the heck is this number? This thing? I don't know. What the heck is this? Oh, I put it. No. Bix is falling out of the bed here. This is the thing about Bix. When the market was making these lows, Bix wasn't confirming it was going lower, right? Instead of getting closer to the high, it was going lower. Right? So that can give us also some some guidance here. If I won't say something here, right? I'm wondering if this market can go back inside previous day range. That is my main concern here. If that doesn't happen, I expect some rotation. Mhm. Nasdaq again is kind of like trying to show, trying to say the big brother. You know what? Let's do this. Um, yes, still, right? Even though this upside is saying, okay, wait a minute, okay, let me think about that. Let me think about that, right? We have this area that has nothing here. Nasdaq is always as usual is getting ahead of itself, right? Like, no, who cares, right? Like every little brother, right? They just they are very emotional. Who cares? Let's do this, you know. And the bigger brother is saying, you know what? Let me think about that. I come back to you in a while. That is right. Right then. Now, look at where the ES is, and where Nasdaq is, has taken this. The next one shouldn't take this low. I mean, this one, right? Shouldn't take this low. Well, now is about to take the high. The next bar after the one that we are seeing now should start or hold this one if we want to see some kind of like short covering, a short squeeze here. It's not giving up, you know, right from overnight POC, the current hallback, you know, POC now. Kind of like a getting. Now look at this. Oh, man, this is interesting. Look at this formation that ES is having, right? They're pressuring here. There's a lot of pressure here to the downside here. This is not to the upside. This is to the downside. Oh, this is to the downside. The way how it is, right? Just like this, right? Dries when it goes higher. It has try to go. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back down. Right? If these guys don't have any, cannot have some downside here, the risk is high, you know, because these are shorts, and this can be forced to liquidate here. And they are having success. Let's see if they can reach this 68.35. After all, it's halfback here. Big says, no, it's not that far from, it's below the halfback mark for the day. Now, this is pretty interesting here in this Nasdaq thing. Because opening is now halfback. It's interesting, right? I used to call this algorithmic. Let's put it here because this can change. When these markets have extension, I start to see where this half mark moves, right? Because this is a dynamic reference. Now we have something like a more even here, right? All right, we did something here. Now, which way now? This way or this way? Okay, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. The only thing that we have here now is this inventory from the inventory from this here, right? Short side here, right? If these guys are this can be huge. This can be huge. I had in the upper side yes, I have this high here, which is a flat top. That's very questionable, man. It's a lot of time still in this market, huh? What you don't want is you don't want this market to come back inside this previous day range. That can be quite dangerous. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars closing above the 5 moving average. Let's check that one. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to move my 5-minute to here. This was the risk here. Coming here, didn't break out to the downside. So now yeah, it is going to the opposite side really fast, right? The situation that we had here, right, below this range here. Now we are pretty close to get to that side, but in the opposite side, right? Up here. If look at this one, what's happening here? They're buying from this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 times possible. How many times he did here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. But it can be some. It is getting very emotional, to the upper side, right? There's a lot of inventory here. The short side here. This and look at this, coming up here. It will bring this market to the overbought state or situation. That's a nice trade right there from these lows here. Let me see what's happening. Let's see if Bitcoin is having some bounces. Man, these guys are following, but has a bigger job to do here because they are just following the market now. This is the thing, right? Just enough, right? Because this was falling, right? The overall from 120 or 125, something like that. Look at where it has come, right? 66, right? Almost 50% of drop, right? And this what this drop forces some selling, right, of profitable assets, right? And that could be the reason that this market and this market were coming down, right? But once this ends, right, it doesn't mean that this is going to go back higher. What they come back higher is this one here, right? Now, Nasdaq has reached the opposite side of the 5-minute range, the opening of this 5-minute range. Now, this can be a good area to lock some profits here. Yes, following path is not confirmed, right? Just extend this one. This is not confirmed, right? Okay, maybe Nasdaq, maybe the little brother was just being so annoying, right? And this big one say, okay, well, man, let's give it I'll give you something, right? I give you something, but so it was nagging too much right now. Let's see, man. It can be something here. Now the thing here is, uh, if this upside keeps going slow, low, this it as long as it keeps chewing its way high, it has upside potential. If it does too fast, uh, that can give us a nice spike, right? Which is usually used to close a position. All right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to call it a day here. I have some stuff to do. I hope you have a good day. Uh, if not, don't chase the market. Don't get emotional. Taking a loss is just business as usual, right? It's very important to learn from our losses because we lose a lot of time here. The important thing is not to make our losses too big. This high, the current high is not good here. Huh? It came back right to the opening. You can see this opening mark here is right there. We have a second, and this one here also pretty much coming from half back, right? Why I have this red mark here? Oh, this is the high of the opening mark here. Is this the opening? 68.60? No, it's not. I don't know what the heck is this. Why do I have that? Oh, it's previously high, previously low. Okay, this high is not good, this high is not good, this high is not good, but so are these lows here, right? So we may have a range here back and forth between this one and this one here. Let's see. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. Hope I can see you tomorrow. Bye bye.